Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to discuss the question answers of chapter The Bond of Love, and we will start from page number 119, Thinking About Text. The question number one, given in the box are some headings. Find the relevant paragraphs in the text to match the headings. So the first one is an orphan cub. So if you see that this incident is mentioned in paragraph number 1. Then there is Bruno's food chart where the author has described what type of food Bruno likes to eat, and it is mentioned in paragraph number 6. Then an accidental case of poisoning, it is mentioned in paragraph number 8. Playful Baba, where we see Baba playing various types of tricks, it is in paragraph number 12. Pain of separation, when Baba got separated from the author's wife, how bad he felt. If you see, you find it in paragraph number, it is 14. Joy of reunion, when Bruno is reunited with the author's wife, you will find it in paragraph 17. Request to the zoo, that means the request that was made and the curator of the zoo, it is referred in paragraph, you will find paragraph, it is 18, right? And an island in the courtyard, it is the last, not the last one, the third last paragraph, that is 21 number, right? So these are the paragraphs where you find all these main headings mentioned as per the sequence of the story. Now, coming to the second question, you will see some extracts have been taken, some lines are taken from the chapter, and these questions are there. So the first one, who says this? That I got him for her by accident. These lines are spoken by the author here. So this line is actually spoken by the author in the chapter. Who do him and her refer to? So here him refers to Bruno, the baby bear, and her refers to the author's wife. What is the incident referred to here? If you see, I got him for her by accident. That means the author got Bruno by accident. And what was the incident mentioned? That how the author, he was trying to catch the baby bear when it ran towards the field. So incident of catching the bear and bringing it to the wife is referred to here. He stood on his head in delight. Who does he refer to? Here he refers to Bruno, the sloth bear. Why was he delighted? So, as Bruno was in the zoo, so he was happy to see the author's wife after a long time, and the time period was around 3 months. So, he met with author's wife after 3 months, and that's why he was delighted here. We all missed him greatly, but in a sense, we were relieved. So, who does we all stand for? So, here we all stand for the author, his wife, and his son, also referring to the two Alsatian dogs, and the tenant's children and author's friends also can be included. Who did they miss? They all missed Bruno a lot. Why did they nevertheless feel relieved? That means, as now Bruno was not living with them, but since they had a sense of relief. Why? Now, as we see that how Bruno, he had grown in size, so he was now a big bear. So keeping Bruno at home was inconvenient for all of them. And moreover, the children of the tenant, they were scared of Bruno. So that's why it was decided that it would be good for both Bruno and others that Bruno should be sent to the zoo. So as Bruno was there in the zoo, he was safe there, and moreover, he could not harm anybody. So they had a sense of relief in this sense. Right, students? Now, the third part of the question, which is to be answered in 30 to 40 words, right? On two occasions, Bruno ate or drank something that should not be eaten or drunk. What happened to him on these two occasions? So, here the two occasions which are referred. The first one is that
In the first occasion, where we find Bruno, who ate barium carbonate poison, which was kept by the author in his library for killing rats. Bruno got paralysis because of this. He was not able to stand. He was very weak at that time, and he was vomiting also. So he was taken to the veterinary doctor, who gave Bruno 2 injections of antidote. It cured Bruno, and thus he was back again on his feet. On another occasion, Bruno drank 1 gallon of engine oil, which the author had taken out from his old car to kill the termites. But luckily, this had no ill effects on Bruno. Right, students? Now, dear students, you must also note this thing, that you may get this question for long question answers also, right? So, you must learn the art of writing these questions in the form of long answer also. So, you have to be very particular when you are writing it for short answers, that is in 30, 40 words. So, you have to see to the word limit, that you don't exceed it, and thus you have to include only value points for writing the answers, right? And if you're writing it for long, then you are to required to write this answer in detail. Is it clear to all of you? Was Bruno a loving and playful pet? Why then he did he have to be sent away? So the second question. Yes, of course, Bruno was a loving and playful bear. He loved to play with kids and even with other pets of the house. Bruno, he loved toys too. So he had a stick which he considered to be his toy gun, and a stump of wood which he cradled like a baby. So he also loved author's wife very much. So Bruno always responded very joyfully whenever the author's wife told him to wrestle or box. So here we find that how he was very playful and friendly with all. But after a few months, Bruno, he actually became, he started growing in size and became very strong and powerful. So it was very difficult to keep Bruno at home. And the children of the tenants, they also were actually scared. And thus it was decided that Bruno should be sent to zoo. So people in the house, they feared such big animals could harm their kids, and that's why it was decided that Bruno should be sent away to the zoo. So, this is the answer for this question. How was the problem of what to do with Bruno finally solved? Now, but students, here you must see that you have to talk about two different incidents, right? When first one incident is that when Bruno started to grow in size, how it was decided that he should be sent to the zoo. So the author, he wrote a letter to the curator of the zoo at Mysore, and on his consent, Bruno was sent there, right? So this way first problem was solved. But when it was found that Bruno was actually not happy staying in the zoo, he was brought back to house. But again, there was a problem that where to keep Bruno. So this problem was solved by creating an island in the compound of the house. So an island was created and a ditch was created around the island, which was 6 feet wide and 7 feet deep, and a wooden box was kept in the on the island to for Bruno to sleep in at night. So this way this problem was solved. So if you write only the first one and you miss out the second one, that means the answer is incomplete, and if you miss the first one or second one, in that case also the answer is incomplete. So you must see to it that you wrote both the incidents here, that how two problems were there and how those two problems were solved there, right? Now come to this part, thinking about language. Now see, there is a mention of the words in the lesson which includes the letters like IE or EI. That means words having these letters, as if you see this one, field, FIELD. Now, and see this one, uh, height, which has a spelling HEIGHT. So how you are going, you will identify that what spelling or what combination of letter is to be used here. A very simple trick is there. When you are using IE, you have to look at the sound produced by the word. So here you get a long sound of E, right? E, E, a long sound this way. So field. So the spelling is Field. If you have to see EI, basically you will get the sound of air, that is AY combination air. So look at the sound. It can variate like yeah or I. This way you will get the sound. Now see here, ingredients, right? So here what sound we are getting? Ingredients. That means E. The sound is long E. Ingredients. So here we will write IE. Mischievous. Again, IE. So this way you have to fill all the words here by looking at the sound produced by these words. Now see here, you will find some exception also. See these words? Believe. That means again E sound is there. So we will write IE. But receive. Now there is an exception for the rule where you get the words with letter C here. And there is exception is I before E, right? So here you will write E before I, although you are getting a sound of E, receive, right? Here, this is an exception to this rule that where you see this letter C in any of the word, it is followed by the combination of the word E, I, right? So you have to fill this accordingly, like this word leisure. Now sound is air. That means you will use E, I, right? Similarly, weight, Weight, weight. So look at the spelling and this way, so you will be able to fill the blanks. So find these words in the chapter and try to fill it accordingly. So just look at the pronunciation of the word E or that is a or e. That means whether you are getting a sound, long sound of e or ei combination a, right? So this way you are going to fill these words. Now along with that, we also come across different letters which don't have their own sound, right? So here are some words with silent letters. So let's read the spelling and find out which is the silent letter here. Knock, knock. So the silent letter is K. Wrestle, W. Walk, L. Wrong, again W. Knee, K. R's, H. Could, L. Half, L. Honest, H. Daughter, GH. Return. Now see this word here. We are actually pronouncing each sound of the alphabet here. Return. So there is no silent letter in this. Hornet. Again, there is no silent letter here and here too. Calm. Again, L silent. Sign. G silent. Island. S silent. Button. There we have no silent word here. Right, students? So this was about the vocabulary part of the chapter. Now come to page number 122. See the heading adverbs given there. Now there is one paragraph given from the chapter which you have read. We thought that everything was over when suddenly a black sloth bear came out panting in the hot sun. Now I will not shoot a sloth bear wantonly, but unfortunately one of my companions did not feel that way and promptly shot the bear on the spot. So, see here the words that I have underlined. So, can you identify what type of parts of speech it is? Yes, students, this is the use of adverb here. Now, what are adverbs? You all have read this in your previous classes too, that how adverb is a word that modifies the meaning of a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. They too modify a pronoun, preposition, conjunction, a phrase, or even a sentence. Right? As for example, she sang sweetly. Sang how? What is the manner of her singing? She sang sweetly. That means the word sweetly is modifying the verb sang here. So sweetly is the adverb here. She sang very sweetly. Now see the word sweetly here. Again, there very is used here. Very is modifying sweetly. That means this verb sweetly is word sweetly is an adverb here, and again this adverb has been modified by the word very. That means an adverb is again modifying an adverb. So very is here adverb again. Or a verb which can modify, that is an adverb can also modify an adjective, like she sang a very sweet song. So sweet here is adjective and very is here the adverb which is modifying sweet, right? So this way we have learned about the usage of the adverbs, and we all know that how various kinds of adverbs are there. Adverbs of time, like soon, late, before, after, recently, today, etc. Then adverbs of manner, slow, fast, polite, boldly, easily, etc. Adverbs of place and position, here, there, near, up, down, etc. Then we also have read about adverbs of frequency, like always, never, seldom, often, daily, sometimes, right, etc. and etc. So let's fill in the blanks which are given here, and we have to fill the blanks with adverbs. Okay. So Rana does her homework. What can we write here? We can use any kind of adverb, like we can write neatly, neatly, right? Then here it is, it rains, heavily, heavily in Mumbai. He does his work sincerely. We can write sincerely or honestly, regularly. You can choose any kind of adverb to define the doing of his work. The dog serves his master. What word we can write here? The dogs are faithful. So the dog serves his master faithfully. Yes, very good. Faithfully. Right? So this way you can fill these blanks with the help of the correct adverb. Okay. Now let's complete the other part of the blank. Choose the most suitable adverb from the options given here. So here, we should dash get down from a moving train. Never, sometimes, often. So which is the correct answer? Yes, it is never. So here we are going to write never. I was dash in need of support after my poor performance. Badly, occasionally, sometimes. When we are in need of support, we are badly in need of support, right? So we will write the option here, badly. Rita met with an accident. The doctor examined her suddenly, seriously, or immediately. So immediate attention was required. So doctor examined her immediately. So, students, I hope this part of the adverb is clear to you all. So, with this, we come to the end of the chapter. So, have a nice day to all of you. Thank you.